Alright, let's hop into Flash Freeze now. These ice levels are pretty tricky. They introduce freezing ice, water that can hurt you just like acid would because it's supposed to be so cold, and a lot of tough enemies. And the levels are pretty tough too because of the save areas. Here's the intro picture to the ice caverns. Like I've said before, I kind of theorized that the ice caverns unused track in the data was meant to play over this. Instead, what we're hearing is the music to Flash Freeze just start right away. The sign reads, "Beware freezing cold water." Okay, so this is a new surface. We can slide on this surface. And over here is the water that will hurt us if we fall into it. So what we want to do is use this power-up, this double speed power-up, to... Whoop, well, I didn't make a jump there. There we go. Use that to help us out here by getting across some of the water. Okay. I don't think there's anything up here. Okay. These platforms are going to try to propel us up into the spikes, so we are going to do very gentle hops. Okay, this type of wall, this barrier here, nothing is effective against that except an ice pick. We'll have an opportunity to get one of those later in this level, and you need them in later levels too. So we're going to have to come back for that. Okay, so let's just hop over that spring. These frozen goo balls, or whatever you want to call them, they're pretty tough. So it can take a lot of power to get them. I'm gonna let this guy come for me. Is there anything up here? I don't think so. Oh, that's right, yeah, you can't break through there. You actually have to run down and then duck. So we're going to use the fact that this slides to our advantage. You can see why these levels are kind of tricky. You have different terrain, the water's dangerous, tough enemies, and there's really not a whole lot in the way of saves. I mean, we're getting to the point where the levels don't have very many saves. So I'm going to use this save here. I've regenerated what I can. So I'll call this level 10. This is why it's good to have potions. Like I said earlier, you can buy 2 mana potions from Rajinko and 1 health potion. So I can't buy any right now, but if I have to use them, I can go back and buy them later. And I have an escape ring, so... And I still have a resurrection necklace, so even if I died, I'd be fine. I think I'm going to try to attack him from the other side. That might be easier. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's deal with this guy first. Now let's see, what's the best way to deal with him? Alright. I'm going to break through this kind of... It's just the tougher material, but the idea of it is that the surface is so cold it's frozen on top. Now, I think in her guide, Erica recommends leaving these crystals for later. I'm going to go for max secrets, so I'm going to get the crystals now. There's plenty of opportunities to get multi-crystals later if you need them. I do not think these ones are easy enough to get to that it's worth leaving them for later. Might be easier if we could... Here we go. I guess we got the secret from that. I didn't hear it. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, I think we have everything up to this point, so I'm going to go ahead and save here. Now this is one of the toughest parts of the game, and I expect to die a number of times doing this. The goal is we're going to have to get on this platform, and there's an invulnerability power up there I'm going to take in a second, and I have to jump across the spiked balls over here using that invulnerability power-up. And it's very hard to jump on top of these things because they move at different speeds, they're irregularly spaced. So, along with some of the places in, the Monotraki Realm and Storm Valley and some of those, this has some of the most difficult jumping in this part. So, but if I die, you'll get to see the dying animation. So let's go ahead and start off. Okay, so right off the bat, Ferazel has died. So this is the screen that you get when Ferazel dies. You can choose to continue or give up. I am going to choose to continue, obviously. If you give up, the screen just grays out and takes you back to the menu. If you continue, it takes you to your last save. So I'm just going to keep trying this. Maybe I'll play a music montage or something while it does.
It's raining tacos, out in the street, tacos, all you can eat, lettuce and shells, cheese and meat. It's raining tacos, yum, 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 yum. It's like a dream. Yum, 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 yum. Bring your sour cream. It's raining tacos. Raining tacos. Raining tacos. It's raining tacos.
Okay, so we finally made it to the other side. I am going to save before I attempt to get those other Zycrons. That is a part where you just want to have a save. Is there anything else down there? I think that's it. It just never ends. This part's kind of tricky too. Oh no. I think we're just going to try to rush it. These guys are kind of tough too. Money. What I really wanted was health and magic. Well, we'll see what's coming up next. In a minute, I probably will use a magic potion. The potions help a lot. They're meant to make the game a little bit more doable. Alright, let's continue on. Looks like we haven't missed anything. Ah, yeah. So you really don't even need the health and magic potions. I use them, like I've used one with the Goblin Chief, but if I had picked up some multi-crystals before, I probably wouldn't have needed it. I just went in with the standard. But really, you don't even need them. I mean, you can make it through the game without any of the power-ups. The escape rings, the potions, all that stuff is the resurrection necklace. All that is to help. It makes it easier. Let's go ahead and save here, though. But by no means is the game impossible without them. You can do pretty much all the parts of the game, whether or not you have all these items. Let's see if we can get over that. Well, maybe not. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to go back and heal. I just need to wait for those spikes to go down. I'll be a little more careful this time. I was trying to get those icons. Okay. So let's see. What do we need to do about that guy? I think we'll wait for these spikes to go down. If we can knock him off onto the spikes, we can give him a bad day. Boy, he's determined not to fall down. There we go. Alright, and let's go. Whoops. That was kind of careless of me. Anything up overhead? Don't think so. Okay, there's a door up there. What else is down here? Health, we need that. Let's take a look through this door really fast. Yeah, this is just a secret area. Kind of a bonus Zycron area. I might need to use some fire seeds on that. Let's get all this stuff. So we got another red Zycron. We're actually up to 7 now. We've been collecting them pretty fast. Yeah, I'm betting we need to have fire seeds thrown at that. There we go. Okay, so here's a power-up we've not seen before. These penta shields, whatever, these orbs kind of surround you and protect you, so they can take some of the blast. Let's heal up and get more life. More life is always a good thing. And there we go. I'm not worried about saving those multi-crystals. So now I'm pretty well shielded actually from things like arrows and whatnot. So we will have a part where arrows are going to be shooting at us, and these shields can be useful. So it's a pretty nice power-up. Not used very much in the game, though. Alright, go on through the door. Ha! So let's go ahead and take this power-up and go. I think I need to press a button or something. Oh, I need to go up there and press a button. I guess I better do that before I run out of my shields. I don't want to use all my shields to this guy. No, I guess the button's not there. Okay, where's that button? Oh, I think it is down. Yeah, It's down over there. This one orb looks kind of funny floating around. Alright, let's... Anything I'm missing here? No. You actually can be pretty careful. You can miss a lot of these arrows. Ah, there it is. Okay. Let's use this save. And we'll use this high jump to get across these spikes. Maybe. I think I just have to go farther up. Okay, there we go. Ah, so there's some actually Zeridium seeds back there. Those are better than fire seeds. But, again, you have to have an ice wall to get through there. So, or you have to have an ice pick. Oh, I feel like this is a timing issue, and we did it badly. I don't think a shield helps here. Just have to get across it. Okay. There's a bit of a drop there. Okay. Here we go. We need this health. Alright. Let's try this again. I think this time I'll use that save. Yep, I think I'm just going to make a run for it here because I didn't really do a whole lot better last time, did I? Yeah, I think I'm still better off than I was. Alright, let's use this save because we have to now jump across some ledges. Now, one of these ledges actually does have a secret door down here. Yeah, so this one does. Let me really quickly get those. And then I'm going to go back. So there's a door down here you can see. This is, it's kind of hidden, but he had, you know, his icons were pointing down here. This is where we can buy the ice pick that we've been wanting. I think he has some crystals up here too. Yeah, there we go. Is our call those ones? Yeah, you can't do anything with those ones. Alright. So this is a habnabbit named Elber. Greetings, stranger. Must say I'm a bit surprised to see a habnabbit around these frigid parts. I'm Elber. This is my little warehouse. So what can I do for you? What are you doing here? Well, I stock a full range of supplies for anyone foolhardy enough to set foot in the caverns of ice. Tain't my business why anyone would come here. We get some real suspicious characters, all right, but I just sell the wares and I don't ask questions. If you know what's good for you, you won't either. A lot of shady dealers here. Got anything you might be willing to trade for? It's right down to business, is it? Well, here's what I have available right now. So, this is probably really the only expensive item in the game is this ice pick, and so you need this to progress in later levels. So you might as well get it. I mean, you have to have it. So let's buy the ice pick. The ice pick, a wise choice, my friend. Sometimes there's no other way to break through an icy barrier in your path. Here you are. So we did have to have money for that, but for most other things, we really don't need to worry about money. And this part is so important, you need the ice pick to move on, that in the next ice level, there's a character, just like there was in the Eastern Caverns, a character who prompted us to go back to Western Caverns and find the statue spell. There's a character that prompts us to go to this level again and find the ice pick. Only it's more important because you have to have it. to progress. It's you again, is it? Glad to see you haven't frozen to death yet. So, what can I do for you? I'm going to go ahead and buy the escape ring just because I want to see what he says, and we have the money for it. So we bought an ice pick, and this guy also sells escape rings, which allow us to leave the level anytime. So, for instance, if we had finished this level, missed this, and realized we had to go back for an ice pick, we wouldn't want to have to try to finish it again. So having the escape ring is helpful. The escape ring can be very useful. It'll teleport you right out of a dangerous area. Use it wisely. So now we have a couple escape rings. You can pick up more in the game. But, yeah, I don't think there's anything else that he really sells that's useful. Yeah, no thanks. Very well, goodbye. And that's what he would say too if we just tell him we're going to leave. Alright, so let's save here. We have the ice pick. We're set. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and grab this speed up. Yeah, these ice levels are kind of challenging with all the slipping surface. Alright, so we could go ahead and go here. In fact, I think, yeah, that health is useful. Let's, you know what, I want to backtrack. It occurs to me that ice wall, I don't want to have to go back over those spiky balls. I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna see if I can do it by going back, rather than having to go from the beginning to the forward again. I mean, that's where escape rings are useful, I guess. But let's use some of the health and. All right, let's just see if we can get across here. That's oh, can I not get both power-ups? No, I have both. I guess it's just hard to see. Yeah, I want to go break that ice wall. So the ice pick is, it looks a lot like the dagger when you use it, see? It can break through these walls after about 4 tries or so. There we go. So we got another smite ring. And we also picked up the Zeridium seeds. Zeridium seeds are a lot like the fire seeds, except more powerful, even. And it is a good idea to have them. You get a supply of them before the end. But, looks like the timing for this worked out okay this time. I guess it pauses when you jump, so maybe the goal is that you'd want to use that to your advantage. Okay. Now let's see if we can go forward. I'm glad these are not any narrower than this, because it could be a lot trickier than it is. Alright, what's up here? Yes, there's a red Zycron up there. That'll get us up to 8 if we can get that. I don't know of any way to get up there except the tree trunk spell. I wonder... Oh, that's about where I want it, yeah. Okay, maybe not exactly. That's too far. I wonder if I can just jump to it from like here. No, maybe not. I hope I can get some mana regeneration in a minute. I think I need to be higher. I have a potion still if I do need it. I'm not even sure if this counts as a secret. It is right there. There we go. Got it. Alright, yeah, I just tend to check edges and things for anything special. I do not like that. Alright, a little bit of health. I'm gonna get to that other one. This guy's a problem. I think I'll have to use my health potion because I don't know where another one is nearby. I'm gonna go buy one after this level. So. Let me get that. I feel like this is pretty much at the end. There's lots of these tough guys around. Let's see if we can trigger the arrow and get up here. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we regenerated here. So we're going to go ahead and use that save, but it has to be timed right because there's a spiky ball over it. Alright, so 10-8. And this should finish off most of this level. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, so most things. And it's opened up the lower caverns, the ice cataclysm. But first, let's go back to Flash Freeze and finish it up. Remember, there was that ice wall earlier that we could not get into because of the lack of an ice pick. But now that we have the ice pick, it should be easier to do. And we don't have enemies this time, so that'll be a little easier. Although, I don't want the super speed messing with me when I jump over these. Because we still have the environmental hazards. We have the spikes, spiky balls, all of those things. Okay, there we go. Good bit of money. So we broke in there. Okay, we should have everything. I just want to make sure the secret area triggered down here. As I recall, this area can be a bit finicky if you don't get in the right area. Okay, let's go ahead and use the escape ring. And, oh, I forgot, it doesn't give you the summary. So we're going to go into the level. I just want to check the summary and make sure that we got everything. I think we should have done, so let's climb up out of here this way. There we go. Yep, so it was just that ice wall. So that is Flash Freeze, and Ice Cataclysm is up next.